Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Pro Sports World. And the March Madness is going on in the NCAA tournament. We had an NFL breaking news. The full disclosure, Prime Sports World planned on taking the day off from the show today. But then the NFL just continues to allow news to be broken. The latest news involves Packers for star receiver Devontae Adams, and the latest in so the title there. I guess it will be the last dance. We talked about this a lot during the season. They talked about the last dance. We did not expect it to be Aaron Rodgers, who was going to be the one remaining in Green Bay, and not Devontae Adams. But he has been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for two prime 2022 draft picks, which include
Whatever that
a
means.
second overall pick in this year's draft. It's not totally clear what that second pick will be. They have not made it. They have not made it clear what that second draft pick is going to be, but it's for sure their first round pick. That comes via ESPN. The Raiders are expected to give Devontae Adams a 5-year contract worth $141 million. He will make $28 million per year and be the highest receiver in the National Football League. That information comes from NFL.com. The Packers had used the franchise tag on Devontae Adams, and he insisted that he would not play on it. So let's just talk about the shock value of this trade. How surprised are you that this was the result of just how shocked are you that this is the way it worked out?
Honestly, I'm not. Like he made it. He couldn't have been more clear. Right? I'm not playing under a franchise tag, especially when a guy named Christian Kirk, who I'm head and shoulders, fuck head and shoulders. I'm a whole body length better than this guy. Right? And you see what he got paid, and you telling me I'm not worth more than Christian Kirk? And Aaron Rodgers to be like, I want Devontae to get his money. I want him to get his money. Well, don't sign the contract for $150 million, Aaron, because guess what happens? Devontae can't get his money if you get yours.
I mean,
Right
there's
now,
only so much money to go around. The salary cap is designed the way it's designed. That's the way things go sometimes.
that's the way it is. So
I,
I'm not.
I, I on the other hand, I'm shocked. I always figured that Green Bay, the Packers, would find a way, or they would just buy Devontae Adams bluff. Like, hey, oh, you're not going to play in the franchise tag? Yeah, we'll see. Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We're not going to try to. If you don't agree to the terms, yeah, maybe we'll play on the franchise tag. We'll roll with it. We don't think you're going to take it to that far.
And
I'm
this
pretty
is
shocked. I'm legitimately pretty shocked. And
no,
I have a
no.
group
So
chat
this
with
is
another bunch of Green Bay Packer fans that are my longtime friends, and they're all pretty shocked too. I think if
well,
Izzy were in
they're
this show
supposed to
right
be.
now, I think he'd be pretty shocked at the fact that Vontae Adams is no longer going to be a Green Bay Packer. I think the shock value is like a 10, in my opinion, on a
It
10.
is. It is. But me personally, okay. So me personally, you see how NFL players, other players, y'all see how he handled this? Do you see how Devontae Adams and his camp handled this? I'm not playing under. He ain't sit out, right? He ain't do nothing. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
pretty sure if
but
they
this did drag into sitting out territory. Like
no,
we're
because
not even
no,
like
no, you want to know why? Because he didn't give it a chance to. Think about it. He didn't give it a chance to. He like no, like you ain't gonna pay me. All right, then get me out of here. Because if you going, I'm not gonna play this game. I'm not gonna play this tag game where you can tag me 3 years in a row. And by the time when I do want my money, like who knows what can happen in 3 years?
I
What
mean,
if I get hurt?
he's going to be 30 by the time this ends, and this could
And
potentially be his last payday. And you
and
tell
that's not
me,
even the point. What happens
oh, of
if he
course that's
gets
the
hurt?
point. I mean, because if he gets hurt during this season, like he's
That's
not going
my
to be
point.
getting the money that he just signed with the Raiders. Like if he gets hurt again, like God forbid, right? God forbid, he
Right.
were to get hurt during this season. Like we're not talking about him making $141 million, being the highest paid NFL receiver. Like that's just
Yeah.
not a reality.
And we're not talking about him getting hurt to the point where like because he's had some nagging stuff where he's missed, 2 or 3. And we're talking like significant injury, ACL, MCL, right? Broken
Yeah,
something where
yeah.
it causes him to miss significant time. He's not going to play this game with the Green Bay Packers where they can tag him over 3 years because this like people. I don't know if you know this. Like if you get tagged once, guess what's likely to happen in the next year? You're likely to get tagged again.
Well, the third time you tag a player, it gets really expensive. But I mean, if you're, I mean, it's still keep the long term flexibility for the team. That's why it's in place.
And so yeah, he ain't played no games. It never got to him sitting out territory because he didn't allow it to. He's like, no, I want my money. If you can't give me my money, trade me to somebody who can give me my money. Point blank, period.
And I'm all about, me and TJ, we've always said we're all about players getting their money. And I mean, the Raiders are getting very special. I mean, Devontae Adams' productivity since he's joined the National Football League has been immense. He's the only player in NFL history with 3 seasons of 110 plus catches, 1,300 yards plus receiving, and 11 plus receiving yards, receiving touchdowns. He's one of only 3 players in the history of the league with plus 750 receptions, 8,000 plus receiving yards, 70 plus touchdowns in his first 8 seasons of the National Football League. The only other 2 players to do that are who? Do you
Well,
know?
AB, Antonio Brown got to be one.
Nope.
I tell you, you mean to tell me like that stretch when Antonio Brown was catching over 100 passes, he never did this 3 times in a row?
No, he didn't. No, it's just 3 seasons in general. But for 3 players in history to have 650 receptions, 8,000 plus receiving yards, 70 plus touchdowns in his first 8 seasons in the National Football League has only been done by 3 guys. Do you know who the other 2 are? It's not
Probably
Antonio
not.
Brown.
No, it's not Antonio. Is Jerry Rice one of them?
Nope, not Jerry Rice.
That's crazy. Julio Jones?
Nope.
It's not Julio. Wow. Odell.
No.
Not Odell. Because Odell had a crazy 3 year stretch too.
No,
Who is it?
this is his first 8.
Who
Nobody
is it?
else has done what I just talked about in 3 seasons that Devontae Adams did. He's the only player to do that. Not 3 seasons back to back to back. 3 seasons just total. And when it comes to the 2 players I'm referencing, first one is Marvin Harrison, Hall of Famer. Larry Fitzgerald, future Hall of Famer. The only Devontae Adams,
Mm.
Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald, the only players in the history of the league to have 650 plus receptions, 8,000 receiving yards, and 70 plus touchdowns in their first 8 seasons of the National Football League. That's how good he's been since he's gotten into the National Football League.
I mean, hey, so he literally did what I told. He literally did what I would have done if I was him. Like y'all think, okay, so y'all say I'm only good because I play with Aaron Rodgers. When you think about the amount of talent that Aaron Rodgers has really played with over his career, he's played with some solid dudes. Jordy Nelson was not a bum. Neither
Wow.
was
James
neither was
Jones
Donald
or Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings, Donald Driver. Like those guys were not bums, right? They're like not by a long shot. Right, so they got that much faith in Aaron Rodgers. Take me out the equation. Let's see
And
how.
he hasn't done a good job making those other receivers even remotely good. Like what? Let's talk about these trades on both sides of this. So let's talk first of all about the Las Vegas side. The Las Vegas side of this. This is a home run. I mean,
It's a steal.
you want to get butts and seats at a brand new stadium. You just built that Death Star. I mean, in the 3rd season, Devontae Adams will
Yeah,
bring butts and seats, and he played in college with the quarterback that you currently have on
with
your
Derek
roster.
Carr.
They bought a house next door to each other.
So
Like,
and I remember when that news broke, like he bought a house in Vegas. Everybody's like, oh, he just wants a nice house. You know, all these players have houses in warm places. No,
he bought
that
the house right next to Derek Carr. Like they're
he
literally
bought the
next
house.
door. Like they're next door neighbors.
It
You know
is what
what?
it is.
It is
Oh
and is
shit.
what it
Oh
is.
shit.
It is. It is what it is.
I'm here to
Mr.
speak
Rivera
my
is on the
truth.
show. Oh man, the
I'm
last
here.
stand after all, baby. Man,
It
you gotta
was
be
the
in
last man.
right now, man. Like
Let me
I want to
grab
go
some
So
of my
over
popcorn,
the screen.
TJ.
so
Hug
we got
you.
we got
Let me
we
grab some
got
of my popcorn, TJ,
EQ St.
because
Brown's
the
probably
show has left.
leaving. EQ St. Brown's probably leaving. He's rumored to come to Chicago. Like that's I'm not even joking. Like about an hour ago, they were talking about the Bears and EQ St. Brown are finalized or are in talks of some kind of deal. Don't know the details of it. Alan Lazard is still there, right? Alan Lazard still there.
I think he might be a free agent too, but
Alan
I
Lazard
don't.
might be.
The
He hasn't been
rookie,
remotely good anyway. So I mean,
the rookie, what's his name? Well, not a rookie anymore, but Amari Rogers is, he just got a promotion. Who am I?
Basically,
he basically
TJ.
was wide receiver 1
like
overnight.
so, like if Lazard is still there, he's your top guy until you draft somebody with that first round pick, because now it's evident what Green Bay is doing in the first round. Like it's pretty clear what they got going on. Right? So I don't even know who the top receiver is for the draft this year. It's so hit or miss.
Neither of them are going to be. None of them are going to be available at 22. I mean, they're going to have to. I mean, they could get the kid from UCSC, Drake London, who could be still there. They could get the kid from Arkansas.
He's nice. He's nice.
They could get the kid from Arkansas, who might still be there.
The kid from Penn.
The kid from Penn State will definitely still be there in the first round. I think you can get him with your other first round pick.
Nice.
But I mean, this is in my opinion, this is a huge blow to the Green Bay Packers.
Hold on. So the details are, obviously, Raiders get Devontae Adams. Packers get 2022 first and 2 seconds. 20. No, they get a 2022 first and a second. So they get the 2020. They get a 22nd overall and 53rd overall. That can't be it, right? Hell no, that ain't it. No, damn, that's it.
I mean, if it's the guy who's playing on the franchise tag, that's kind of the way it works, man. I mean, the Packers didn't have a lot of leverage.
They got 1 first and 1 second.
I mean, that's 2 starters right there. I mean, if you don't mess them up, I mean, draft the right players,
right?
The right thing.
2 starters. That's 2 starters if you don't mess it up.
You gotta very eerily. I'm gonna sit here and eat my popcorn, because it seems very eerily similar to a guy that used to play in Minnesota. And he went to the same franchise in the Oakland Raiders.
And then he ended up in New England.
Didn't do a goddamn thing there.
So okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is the ghost
you leave
of
my team.
Al Davis? Is the
what
ghost
does
of
Mr.
Al
Wonderful
Davis?
Say? No, hold on. What does Mr. Wonderful say on Shark Tank? You leave my team, you're dead to me. That's a Mr. Wonderful phrase. That's not literally you're dead to me, but Mr. Wonderful says, does shout out to Shark Tank. But yeah, Devontae Adams, you're an enemy now. You wanted to leave. He actually, it's funny because the Green Bay Packers actually were going to match whatever the Raiders were offering. And he said, nah, forget that. I want to leave.
Lie again. How are they going to match that?
They already offered a contract that was not even close to what the Raiders offered him.
That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, maybe he wants to get out of the circus that Aaron Rodgers created in Green Bay.
Oh my gosh!
It's exactly what I said. Right? He pulled the trump card. Right? Green Bay was like, all right, like, baby, you said like they should have tried to call us bluff. He's like, no, there is no bluff. It like what I said is I said what I meant. I said what I said. Give me my money, or trade me to someplace who can. Green Bay can't give him his money. The Vegas Raiders can.
So on the Raiders side of this, this trade is an absolute slam dunk. Like, you only have to give
him
first and a second round pick, and if Devontae Adams continues at the production that he's been shown over the last, his first 8 years.
Hall of Fame production.
Yeah, Hall of Fame level production. This is a brilliant trade. You don't worry about the first or the second round pick. I mean, it is what it is. Probably going to waste it anyways because of the Raiders. What about the Green Bay side of this? The obvious, you're going to have to take the wide receiver in the first round, either with pick 22. I think their other pick they have their own pick.
Well, no, we still got money. We can still go out and get a Jarvis Landry.
I mean,
come on. Go out and get
Jarvis Landry hasn't been remotely good the last couple of years.
But we can still go out and get some patchwork free agents. We can still go out.
And this argument that Aaron Rodgers has made receivers better. Like, I'm not totally buying that. I mean, Devontae Adams is talented. I think he would have been good no matter where he ended up. And people like, he hasn't made any of those other receivers any better. Is Valdez-Scantling any better because he plays with Aaron Rodgers? Not really. I mean, is Lazar any better because he plays for Aaron Rodgers? No. None of those guys are really panning out because they're playing with the Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, Aaron Rodgers needs.
I'm gonna say this, David. What if in a scenario that we can maybe sign a Jarvis Landry and maybe possibly swing a trade for a Michael Thomas?
I mean, Okay, Michael Thomas hasn't been on the field in a few years. So
I'm just saying, though, that's what the Green Bay Packers are thinking. They're thinking, well, if we would have
Are
paid
they?
Devontae Adams, yes, if we would have paid
Are they?
Devontae Adams all this
That's what
money,
they're
and I
thinking.
know I love Devontae Adams, TJ. I love Devontae Adams. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. But if we're going to keep Devontae Adams, that means we're not going to improve our wide receiver core across the board. Am I not? Am I not right? Or am I not wrong, bro?
I mean, but sure, but Aaron Rodgers has consistently showed unwillingness to throw it anywhere else. Like,
Well, those guys. I mean, think about last year. Last season. A lot of those guys weren't even like on the field as much as Devontae Adams was. I mean, he was working with
Why?
some patchwork guys. Alan
And why is
Lazard was
that?
injured. MVS was injured. There was a lot of Randall Cobb was injured. You know what I mean? I
Okay,
mean,
but
Devontae Adams
okay,
was the only
okay.
consistent wide receiver that was on the field.
That withstanding, what about when they were on the field? We literally we literally saw in an NFC Championship game, he would rather throw to a triple covered Devontae Adams than a wide open anybody else. Right? So, and again, it goes back to what I said. I was literally trying to tell you and those other two Packer fans back to
Hey,
back years. I was trying to tell y'all this in back to back years. Aaron Rodgers does not have time to hold hands. He is not at that stage in his career no more.
he's not going to. They're not going to. They're going to get a couple key
He is
wide
not
receivers,
holding hands
veteran wide
no.
receivers,
So
bro.
if you can't pick up what he's putting down, you get what you get.
yeah, I agree.
Hey, no, let
Um,
me tell you something. Let me tell you
I
something. You
hope you
might
like
get
the
a
new
chuckle out
graphic
of
I
this.
created. Like
David,
Devontae
David,
Adams,
David,
really nice. That silver and black.
David might get a chuckle out of this, but with Devontae Adams leaving and us expecting this certain man back, this brings up some more targets and some more PT and some more time for my boy Big Bob
Oh,
Tunyon.
stop it, stop it. He's a free agent too. They still.
Now that's really a guy who's only good because he plays with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, probably. So let's talk about this. The other side of this. People are maybe people are talking about what like Aaron Rodgers is now in jeopardy in Green Bay again because they didn't get a contract out with Devontae Adams, and I imagine that he would prefer it if he stayed on the team. What do you think is going to happen with Aaron Rodgers now? Are we going to have to deal with some sort of Aaron Rodgers unhappiness in the near future?
No, no. So the sources say that they're saying that Aaron Rodgers was completely aware that Devontae Adams was disgruntled and that he didn't want to come back to Green Bay. So Aaron Rodgers already knew that Devontae Adams was pretty much out, especially when he turned down the contract.
Well, let's see what happens with this. If this season doesn't go well, I can see a scenario where Aaron Rodgers is like, "Yeah, you guys traded away my top weapon. You replaced him with a bunch of scrubs. Yeah, get me out of here." Like,
And again, you insulted me. If I'm Devontae Adams, you insulted me straight up. First off, you knew my time was coming. You knew my rookie deal was coming to an end. You knew
it's not even
you
a
knew this.
deal. You already signed it. Like,
Whatever,
okay,
whatever. You knew it was coming to an end, right? You knew that shit was over, and you let it drag on to the 11th hour till it was too late, and then you tried to tag me like my value is beneath what I'm asking you to pay me. And then on top of that, I see two dudes who I'm a whole body length better than. They can't even hold my cleats. I am better than them, and you tag me. Allen Robinson had one touchdown last year. He got $46 million. He got a 3-year, $46 million deal before this trade went down. So if I'm Devontae Adams, I see a guy who literally had one touchdown.
yeah, well, he
One.
wasn't even remotely on the field last season.
And
For
was
him to get that kind of money.
one. He got one touchdown and was barely on the field.
So I look at it as
yeah.
Devontae Adams wanted to go back on the West Coast, kind of deal. I mean, that's kind of where I'm looking at it.
I look at it. He wanted his money. He didn't care where he went.
He wanted his money
wanted
too.
His money.
Yeah.
He wanted his money too.
For Green Bay, you're gonna shortchange me. Like the fact that they even offered a contract that didn't make him the highest paid receiver, I would be like, yeah, I'm done with it. How dare you not make me the highest paid receiver when I've been the most productive receiver
This
I
makes
talked
me
about this at the beginning of the
makes me
show.
sick.
I give them at the
I'm
beginning
not
of the
gonna
show.
lie.
He's one of only 3 guys to ever have 600 plus receptions,
I'm not gonna lie. This
8,000
makes me
yards.
sick, man.
Like he's literally only one of 3 guys who's ever had 650 receptions, 8,000 yards, 70 plus touchdowns in the first 8 seasons. 3
And the
guys.
Raiders
You don't want to make me the highest paid receiver?
dangerous.
Yeah, I'm done.
The Raiders are gonna be so damn dangerous next year offensively with Darren
Yeah.
Waller and
Yeah.
Devontae Adams and Josh
And, you know,
Jacobs.
they're still gonna have Hunter Renfro.
Hunter Renfro.
Well.
Hunter Renfro. Oh my gosh, bro!
Like it's gonna be interesting to
Raiders are
watch.
gonna
So
be
if you're
sick,
gonna
bro.
let's grade this trade real quick and then get up out of here. Grade it on the Packers side. If you got to give a letter grade to it, I'm gonna give this a C. A first and a second for a guy who didn't want to play there, was disgruntled. I'll give it a C.
If you couldn't get much for it, right?
Yeah, they had no leverage, so this is what they got. So
That's what it is.
That's what you pay for when you don't. That's what you pay the piper for being cheap.
Yep. TJ,
That's what it is.
are we all giving it a C?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it a D. I'm giving it a D because you could have got more. You could have got more out of that trade. At least some future first rounders, some 2023s. At least you could have got a future. You could have got a first rounder 2022, second rounder 2022, first rounder 2023, third rounder 2023, and I would have been happy.
You could have kept Devontae Adams.
You could have
You
could have made Devontae Adams the highest paid receiver in the land.
Well,
they could have done that.
If he didn't want to come back and he turned down the deal after they matched what the Raiders offered. I mean,
yeah, but the fact of the matter is that when they originally offered him the contract, when he first said he's not going to play in the franchise thing, the contract that they went out and offered him was not to make it. He paid him like $23 million a year, would not have made the highest paid in football. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not coming. I'm not playing here. Like, get me out anywhere else. I don't care. If they'll pay me, whatever. I'm out of here. For the Raiders, this is an A.
This is an A+.
First and a second is an A+ for the Raiders. You had the situation with Henry Ruggs, which is unfortunate. Devontae Adams is leaps and bounds better than Henry Ruggs today, and this is the Raiders team that's going to be scary on offense next season. If they can put together the offensive line and continue playing well, and if Josh McDaniels is going to get this offense really cooking,
man, I mean, the AFC West is going to be a very competitive division.
Yeah,
it's gonna. I mean, it's the best division in football, in my opinion, right now.
I probably agree with you on that. But yeah, we're breaking down the Devontae Adams. It only went down like an hour ago, so we wanted to jump on this and get the show off the air. If you're looking for consistent content on Facebook / YouTube, Prime Sports World is a pretty good place to be. Go live 5 times a week, bringing the most up-to-date content. Also want to thank our friends over there at Roost Bear for sponsoring us here at Prime Sports World. Go ahead and check out their spring collection, such as President's Belt. I'll drop the link to their website, our Facebook page, along with the NFL Supreme Facebook page as well. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for this kind of impromptu show. We're planning on taking the day off, but then the NFL continues to deliver news at a rapid pace. You're going to be able to join me and TJ tomorrow for the crossover. We got some Bulls stuff, some Warriors stuff to talk about. So you want to miss that content. Also, everybody have a very nice St. Patrick's Day. Anybody got any plans?
Watch the tournament. That's it.
I'm about to go earn some coins, son.
Well, you enjoy yourself. I'm gonna watch the tournament. I'm gonna eat some dinner because I haven't eaten yet today. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, David Huffman, Mr. Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins. And what do we do here at the Prime, my friends?
We bring the heat.
We bring the heat and we break the news. And you want to know something, ladies and gentlemen? F both of these Bears fans. They happy as hell that Devontae Adams is out of the division.
No,
I'm ecstatic.
I'm
get both of them.
Money.
Oh, stop it, TJ.
No. Stop it, TJ. Stop it. You're happy.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the crossover. Probably going live around 11 o'clock.
David. So he was in the division. What did that get Green Bay? What did they win? What did they win?
The division.
Don't do that.
I'm out.
Okay.
Hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the crossover. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe on St. Patrick's Day because
they give out rings for division. They give out rings for division winners. No, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. If that's the case, Mr. Trubisky need a ring because he won a division.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, man. Peace out, brother.